Hey, how you doing? This is JJ from Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction in beautiful Largo, Florida. I'm about to do a full detail with a one-step polishing on this Lexus F Sport IS250. I'm on a little bit of a time frame here. Got to get this car back to my client. And she does the car with me about every 3 months. You may have seen previous videos on this. However, once a year we're going to do a engine detail, so I threw that into the mix with her and she was good with it. I'm going to take you in here a little bit. I'm going to use my Astro Pneumatic 50 SL with a 97 CRI. That's like color rendering index. May have that wording wrong, but it's almost like the sun. And you can really see that this motor is not completely hammered and super neglected, but she just recently bought this. That's when I did a full paint correction about 3 months ago. And I told her at the time, I said, you know, you need to get this motor cleaned up. Mechanics are going to respect you more. If you've got a leak somewhere down in here, it's going to show up easier. It's not real greasy. It's not real bad. And also, just from all this debris, dust, she lives on the beach, so she's got some sand kicked up. She parks under a tree. You know, that's a good place for corrosion to start. So there are good reasons to keep an engine bay detailed, and it's something, if you're a professional detailer, you can always offer to your clients. It's a little shady here this morning. It's early. I'm gonna get a nice early start. I'm gonna do an interior exterior, and I also thought I would show you kind of my my overall setup for this. So I've got my little Karcher. I think it's 1700 psi. This thing's never let me down. Great little pressure washer. I've got a number of brushes. I'm going to use a 4-to-1 super clean to do some degreasing. This is my Brown Royal wheel cleaner. I'm also going to use some Meg's 149 quick interior detailer, both on the motor and also in the inside of the car. I've got 2 steamers. I've got the McCulloch 1275 for big jobs. I picked this up online for, I think, 30 bucks. I'm not actually even sure the name of it. Doesn't even say. It's like a Chinese steamer, but this thing really does the job. It comes with a number of different brushes and attachments. Really saves me a lot of time for small jobs, just to get into a door jamb. Or today I really like this 90-degree angle here where I can pick up tight spots in the engine bay. So I also have a 12-gauge power source where I can plug in. It's got a 3-outlet adapter there on the end. Not really an adapter, that's the way it comes. It's the back of the car. The paint correction came out beautiful 3 months ago. When she got it, there was just all these holograms and swirls. And using Griot's Garage Fast Correcting Cream and Lake Country Orange Force pads just made this thing like night and day. My setup here, I like to set these tables up and put the order of how I'm going to use them. So this is table number 2. I am going to foam and clay mitt the car all in one. I like to put simple green in some buckets as I'm using, you know, microfibers that have pickup wax and things. I'll have a separate one for my pads. It just kind of starts the cleaning process. I'm one of those guys that I use about 12 wash mitts while I wash the car. So couple swipes, turn it over, couple swipes, done, doesn't go back. This is my interior detail bag, lots of brushes. I love these little medical grade Q-tips, for lack of a better word. Love these little things for the vents. Just picked up a few more of those. And of course I've got my vacuum attachments there. And then step 3 will be the HD speed. I've got my Dupli body solvent for removing everything off the car after I clay with the Nano Skin clay mitt, and plenty of extra pads. Yep, I use Harbor Freight. I can just go through them and not have to worry about anything at all for $49 a piece. They're very powerful. They're a great machine. If you've never tried one, see when they go on sale, use your 20% coupon, $49 from Harbor Freight. They don't let you down. They have more power than a lot of other polishers out there. And also on this table, I have my X-Power blower. I'm going to use this to blow dry the engine bay after I use a pressure washer and degrease it, and then I will dress all the plastics. The nice thing about this X-Power, I think this is called the A5 if I'm not mistaken, it's got a filter here in the back, so it filters the air. It also heats the air as you are using it, and it's got a nice 5-foot cord here. And if you want to walk around the car and blow out the mirrors and door jams and cracks and crevices, just a great little tool. I've got all my microfibers on the ready, some C grade ones, some A grade ones. I've got my Griot's Garage PFM towel for drying, and that's about it. So I lack to mention here that also I use foil on delicate electric areas. If I see something that I deem, something I want to cover, I might do a light spray on it, but before I really get in and blast with the pressure washer, I will use the aluminum foil. It's a great product because it just folds and it molds and forms. It's early. I've had coffee, but I'm not quite awake. And so you can get into some of these areas. You might want to cover this up. I also will say you really want to check the oil cap, make sure it's tight. Make sure any dipsticks for the transmission and the oil are all tight. You don't want to get any water in there, especially if you're using a pressure washer. And one last little note, I am working on grass because it's a shaded area here for yet a couple hours. And I do these shower curtains. I cut to size, and then when I pull the car in, I put them either on the front or the back. And it just saves me time as I'm dressing this tire. I'm not scraping concrete, or in this case, grass. Little tip for you, something that I do and have been doing for years and years, and just makes it easier to get all that stuff covered instead of scraping your knuckles and things like that. So I hope that helps. This is going to be the before, and I will show you the after. And I hope you're having a great day. Comment, subscribe, like, share, do all the things that you need to do, okay? I'm trying to get this channel going, and I'm 20 subscriptions away from 100, so please subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a great, wonderful day.